Greetings to all. I am Arun Singhal, CEO of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, and it's my privilege today to present before you the Eat Right India movement. This movement was launched in 2018, and it is a holistic 360-degree system-based approach to transforming the food ecosystem in the country. It seeks to address the supply and demand sides of safe and nutritious and sustainable food, and it focuses on mass awareness campaigns to make it a people's movement. A brief look at the challenges before the food ecosystem in the country today. India has a triple burden of malnutrition, micronutrient deficiency, and obesity at the same time. And if you look at the number of foodborne disease cases every year, they are in excess of 100 million cases. 50% of the country's women and children are anemic, and the proportion of deaths due to non-communicable diseases has gradually been going up. It is estimated to go up to 62% very soon, and it is recognized that our food habits do impinge upon some of the NCDs. Globally, the burden of NCDs is comparable to that of malaria, HIV, AIDS, and TB, but yet it does not get the required attention. In India, it is estimated that the annual cost of foodborne diseases is $15 billion, which is a very, very high economic burden. The approach being followed in the Eat Right India campaign is summarized on this slide. If you look at the upper side of the circle, it focuses on the supply side, and the lower part is on the demand side. On the supply side, first priority is graded improvement of food standards in order to achieve availability of safe, healthy, and sustainable food. And the other equally big priority is to focus on food value chains, which is through capacity building, hygiene rating, etc. of big, small, and medium and micro food enterprises. On the demand side, we are looking at the environments in which food is consumed. So a settings-based approach is being followed, in which we focus at homes, schools, workplaces, or eating outside. And the other aspect, which is to my mind the most critical aspect, is to create a demand for healthy and sustainable food. And that is through mass mobilization, education, and awareness. On the other hand, the government as a whole has to follow policies which make available healthy foods at affordable prices. So this approach is summarized on the right side of this slide, from the on-farm stage to the consumer stage and international collaborations. This slide captures the essence of the entire Eat Right India movement. As you can see, it is broadly based on three pillars, which are eat safe, eat healthy, and eat sustainable. Now, each of these pillars has sub-themes, which are also mentioned on this slide. On the safe food side, we have to focus on prevention of adulteration, on improving hygiene, and on safety of food by building up a good ecosystem of testing facilities in the countries, by regulating imports. On the eat healthy front, we focus on what to eat and what not to eat, and basically fortified foods are being encouraged, and a balanced diet including more local and seasonal foods is being encouraged. On the what not to eat side, obviously trans fats have to be eliminated, and high fat, salt, and sugar foods have to be discouraged. On the sustainability front, we are focusing on food wastage, reduction of that, and by a variety of interventions such as repurposing of used cooking oil or sharing of surplus food which is left behind, and there are some other initiatives. Reduction of the carbon footprint and the ecological impact of food is also a very important significant sub-theme here, wherein we want to focus on biodegradable packaging of food. And drinking water, of course, safe drinking water is a very, very important component in the entire scheme of things. On the left and right side, you would see that we are focusing on citizens, how they are eating at their homes, workplaces, eating out, and in hospitals. And on the right hand side, food businesses. We are focusing on capacity building, voluntary pledges by them, self-compliance, and of course, regulation. Now, this slide gives you some idea of the progress which have been achieved so far and how it is being scaled up. Of the 36 states and union territories in the country, 24 have already started having fortified foods. In the settings-based approach, 30,000 Eat Right schools have been set up, 23 Eat Right campuses, 30 places of worship, Eat Right railway stations, and clean street food hubs. All these are settings-based approaches in which we focus on a particular segment and try to improve things there through third-party audits and certification. 350,000 certified food safety supervisors have been created in food businesses. They have been trained and they are ensuring that hygienic practices are being followed in food businesses. We have launched a Eat Right challenge for districts and cities, and almost 200 districts and cities are participating, which would mean that a population of almost 500 million is participating in the Eat Right challenge. I'm happy to share with you that there has been some global recognition. We recently was shortlisted for the finals of the Rockefeller Foundation Award on the Food System Vision Prize. Our vision of 2050 is broadly based on the Eat Right campaign. Eat Right toolkits and e-courses have been integrated in training of frontline health workers in the country. We have set up a national network of professionals in food and nutrition called NetProFan. And then for mass mobilization, there have been various initiatives. They are being continued in the future also. We had a Swasth Bharat Yatra, which was a nationwide cyclothon that reached 25 million people. Eat Right fairs are being organized in the country. And mass mobilization campaigns like Aaj Se Thoda Kam and Plus Minus Ka Khel have been taken to the public, which focus on more consumption of fortified foods and less consumption of salt and sugar, gradual reduction in the consumption of salt and sugar. This slide shows how the country's policies in various ministries are being combined and merged and synergized to achieve the goal of public health. As mentioned here, there's a national health policy, there's a national nutrition strategy, nutrition policy, and Niti Aayog's India at 75 strategy 2018. All of these are policy frameworks to improve public health. And then there are major programs to improve public health, which include the Poshan Abhiyan or the nutrition campaign by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, the National Health Mission and the Anemia Mukt Bharat, and of course Eat Right India by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and the Swachh Bharat campaign for hygiene and safe drinking water by the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. In a departure from the traditional top-down hierarchical and linear approach, Eat Right India uses a systems approach to engage diverse stakeholders, harnessing their complementary capacities to advance the program vision. The final slide is about the COVID crisis and the actions taken by FSSAI during the COVID pandemic. There have been active supply and demand side interventions like e-licensing, rescheduling of compliance guidelines, management of food supply chains, regular and prompt guidance to states in allaying the apprehensions of the public at large and to tell them what kind of hygienic practices need to be followed during this pandemic. Prioritizing the action for import clearances, I am happy to state that there was no disruption at all of imports during the entire COVID pandemic. Special capacity building programs and training of food handlers, all these are online trainings which are being imparted and even up to the level of retail outlets. Consumer education and outreach is a continuous activity. On the right side, you would see some publications which have been brought out during this period. The top one is a guidelines for food businesses. Below that, there's a guideline for personal and surrounding hygiene. And there are various tweets and other social media campaigns that we have run to educate the public about practices to follow during the COVID pandemic. In the end, I would just like to say that Eat Right India is a comprehensive campaign to transform the entire food ecosystem in the country. And it is my belief that it has universal applicability. Eating right is a theme whose time has come and which can contribute to improving the living conditions of major segments of humanity in the world. Thank you. अब इसको आप